Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday 10 with CadChica Sports. I am Sunny Cadwallader, your host, better known as CadChica. Tuesday 10 is a quick 10-minute chat with leaders and up-and-comers in the world of sports, from media, broadcasting, business marketing, social media, and more. And tonight my guest comes to us from the world of social media, marketing, brand development, and I'm not quite sure what else, but we'll find out all we can about Joe Scott. Well, help me welcome in my guest, Joe Scott. Hi, Joe. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, hello.
There we go. We have a connection. Thanks for coming on the show, Joe.
No problem, anytime.
Well, why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about yourself? Just give everybody a quick bio.
Gotcha. I'm the president and owner of the Social Crew. We do social media management, coaching, brand development, anything digital for athletes, sports teams, businesses, foundations, you name it. I've been in the web industry about 14 years, specifically in social media for about 7 on the agency side, and then starting my own business about a year ago.
Well, cool. Let's get started. What you said you're a social media strategist, brand developer. What do those jobs entail? What exactly do you do?
I do a lot of social media coaching, social media strategic planning for the athletes that we work with. We work with some guys in the NFL. I've worked with MLBers before. Done some consulting with Nike football and a handful of NFL teams, and spent a lot of time kind of laying out what their plan is going to be, what they should talk about, what they shouldn't talk about, be able to help them connect with fans with what their interests are away from the field, away from the court, where you can really connect and create a brand for that. As you and I talked about earlier, the post-career transition is a big thing that's always at their forefront, making money after they get done making money. And we really try to help them make sure that they use social media to build the biggest following that they can while that window is open, because that window is so small in sports in order to be able to do that.
Now, you mentioned Nike football, NFL players. How did you get involved with such high-profile clients?
I was working in an agency about 7 years ago. We were working with Darren Williams, the point guard for the Nets, back when he was with the Jazz, and we were doing his website and his site content and things of that nature. It was about the time that Shaq got on Twitter, and Darren reached out and said, I don't know what this Twitter thing is, but whatever Shaq is doing, I need to be doing it. So you guys help me figure out this whole social media thing, and it just kind of took off from there. I started working with Darren, worked with Darren for a couple of years. He switched agents and then picked up guys like Larry Fitzgerald and Greg Jennings and Lance Briggs along the way, and Tennessee Titans, Arizona Cardinals, so on and so forth. It was kind of one thing just led to another, right place at the right time, and I figured out that I was fairly good at understanding how fans think and good ways to connect with fans and how to grow your brand, especially in this digital space.
And I think that's probably how you and I connected on Twitter, because that's where we did connect, was through Twitter first, and now I'm trying to slowly get you over here on Google Plus, was because you have to think like a fan in the sports social media space to be successful on any platform, don't you think?
Oh, I agree without a doubt. I think that's the one thing that my team really brings to the table is we still think like fans. We still are fans. Now, maybe I'm not the same kind of fan I was 10 years ago, because I've seen Mickey Mouse with his head off, is what I like to say. But we're still fans. We think like fans, and we understand fan psychology, and we understand how to connect with them, and use that 15 seconds of fame sometime as a carrot at the end of the stick to get fans to connect in a way that we want them to, and get them to interact with contests and campaigns and so on and so forth. So no, I think without a doubt you've got to be a fan first and foremost to understand how to lead a brand like a
with those high-profile clients that you do have, what is the biggest challenge? Is it educating? Do you do much educating, or how many challenges are there when you're working with such high-profile public figures?
Well, there's a lot of challenges, whether that challenge be dealing with some of the people in their camp coming from marketing reps, agents, relatives, you name it. We do a ton of training, trying to get them to understand, the best ways to use hashtags and then @ signals, and really we try to teach them how to inject themselves into conversation that they wouldn't normally be in,
right?
But inject themselves in there seamlessly. Go find conversation that's happening about an event and go join that conversation with a regular fan and talk to them as if you're standing at the water cooler at the office talking about whatever that event may be. And really getting them to understand the fan mentality. These guys were fans at one point in time, but they are no longer fans, at least of their own sport. So a lot of times they don't understand, or they've forgotten what it's like to be a fan. And to know that a fan cares that they tweeted that they ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today. Fans care about that, and they oftentimes forget that it's still there. The kid that looks up to them, but they don't understand that 24/7 they have fans that are hanging on every post.
Exactly. Now, it's not just Twitter. You do Facebook as well, and like I said, I'm trying to get you on Google Plus a little bit more. I still have some work to do on that. But how do you go about deciding which platforms to use? Is it different for each athlete? I mean, is it just beyond the basic Facebook and Twitter, or how do you decide that?
It's really, the staple is going to be Twitter, Facebook, and for all of our clients. And then Instagram or Vine if they're comfortable taking pictures and doing video, and so on and so forth. I have some clients that are really great about doing video. They'll shoot a lot. I have some that will not touch it. So there's no point in having to try to get them on Vine if they won't use it. So a lot of it is the resources that they're willing to give and what they're willing to put out. We try to find the platforms that best match that. But Twitter and Facebook are kind of a staple amongst all of them. I've got one client that is on Google Plus now, so I've got one here, and I've talked to Ward, and he passed me on to somebody, and we're trying to ramp up that presence on G Plus. Yep, we're trying to ramp up that presence on G Plus and just kind of see how it goes. I'll admit I haven't been the biggest fan of it up until now, but we're kind of trying to really take a look at it and be objective and see if it works for our clients.
Well, I'm not biased in any way, Joe. But if you do want some help or you need some connections over there, just you know where to find me.
Yeah, you're not biased.
No, not at all. I'm still on Twitter.
I know. If it weren't for Twitter, we wouldn't have ran across each other. If it weren't for hashtag SM Sports Chat, we wouldn't have ran across each other.
There we go. And one of these years we'll meet in real life, other than just a video call on Google Plus. How do you go about developing a brand? I mean, do athletes look at your do they look at your Twitter bio that says, how does it go? The little blue check mark, ask me how, or something like that? Is that how?
People with blue checks ask me how.
Okay.
The way I go about helping them develop their brand is we'll sit down and look at, we'll look at them as a person top to bottom. We'll look at where they went to school, we'll look where they grew up, what high school they went to. We want to capture the everyday fan, the low-hanging fruit, if you will, from the beginning. So we want to go back and look where they went to college, and then also their team. And then you start looking at personal interests they may have. Larry, for example, does a lot of travel. He's big into photography, UFC, so on and so forth. So we try to guide him into joining conversations around that, because that's really, at the end of the day, where you truly connect with a fan, is connect with them on a level that's outside of your day job, if you will, when it comes to these guys. Outside of the sport that they play, connect with them on a level that they understand. The average fan is never going to play in the NFL. They have no idea what it's like to be in that position.
Right.
But they understand that they own a Canon camera, and they like to take, they go on vacations and they take pictures and so on and so forth. So we really try to develop that brand based on, their own personality, their own likes and dislikes, and so on and so forth.
Well, you've done a great job. I know, especially working with Larry and some of the other players that you've done. Our time is up. Thank you for joining the show. What is the best way people can connect with you if they want to connect with you?
At Athlete Helper on Twitter, or plus Joe Scott on Google Plus. I'll throw that one out there for you.
Woo!
Those are two easiest ways to reach me, especially Twitter. I'm on there. It seems like 24/7. I don't think I'm ever really off of it. If anybody needs any help or advice or any of the knowledge I might have, I'm happy to share.
Well, I know I pick your brain every once in a while when I know that you're online. When I know you're online, and definitely thank you again for joining me. You've got some successful athletes of your own, and you're doing a great job sharing their stories as well. I think you're going to be developing their brand soon, aren't you?
I think so. Like I told you earlier, my sophomore hit 87 with his fastball Sunday night. We're pretty excited about that. He's already starting to get some offers and maybe commit this summer. And I pound on him every single day about how to use social media as a sophomore in high school. That's a guy looking to get recruited to go play college baseball.
Well, congratulations on that. Congratulations on all of the success that you've had with all of the athletes, with your business, everything like that. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. There will be no show next Tuesday, but I will return early part of June. And find me on Twitter at CadChica, on Instagram at CadChica as well. Obviously here on Google+, Sunny Cadwallader, and on my website, CadChicaSports.com. Thanks, everyone, for joining in.